Hello everyone, welcome to another video. My name is Kamada Blay, and this is your review for the Chelsea versus Manchester United game, which ended 0-0. Yes, your boy's back. It's been too long. I know. I've just been very busy in my personal life. I had to take care of a lot of stuff, exams. So I'm back, and I did watch that game. And to be honest, what a strange start to the season. So far I haven't done any reviews, haven't done any talking point videos regarding, the start of the season, any reviews and giving my thoughts, opinions, but I will be giving you guys my thoughts, opinions, not only to this game, but my thoughts to the start of the season. Now, of course, we drew 0-0 and there are some positives, of course. We kept a clean sheet for the second game in a row. We kept a clean sheet against Sevilla midweek, and Mendy, Thiago Silva, Reece James, Jorginho, but there's so many negatives as well, and I do want to touch upon that. Now, before I do get into it, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and comment down below your thoughts, opinions on the game. I want to hear what you guys think as well. I'll be really interested to see what your thoughts, opinions are. But without further ado, let's get straight into today's match review. Now, starting off with the formation, the lineup that Frank Lampard used, he did utilise a 3-4-1-2. Did utilise the three at the back formation. We had Edouard Mendy in goal. We did have Thiago Silva in that central centre back position. Kurt Zouma left centre back. Azpilicueta right centre back. Reece James right wing back. Ben Chilwell left wing back. We had Kante and Jorginho in the pivot in the midfield. We then had the front three of Pulisic, Kai Havertz, Timo Werner. I give my thoughts, opinions. I think the lineup was superb. Honestly, I would have liked to see Hudson-Odoi play, but I thought it was a top lineup. I think that we had our best players on show. Again, you would like to have Ziyech, but we have so many superstars in our team that you can't exactly fit everyone in. So I thought the lineup was really good comparing to United's lineup when they had Dan James, Mata, Rashford up front. I thought that our lineup was a lot more better and that we should be showing more urgency, more quality. And that was the case. I believe there was a 20-minute spell in the first half where we really, increased the intensity. We're playing through the park, breaking those lines, moving the ball quickly, in triangles, press resistance, moving the ball with pace, urgency. And we were relatively creating, we were creating chances in a sense, but we never created those clear-cut chances. We never had, a world-class opportunity to score. We never had that. And it was a really tight, cagey game from both sides. I think that a draw is a fair reflection of the game, a very, very dull, boring game. And the one incident I do want to talk about is the Azpilicueta penalty. Because for me, I've had enough now. Because the thing with Man United is they get lucky on a consistent basis. We know all this joke about Manchester United. They got nearly 20 penalties last season. Every rival fan knows that. But it's getting ridiculous now. Maguire, he got away with it last season against Batshuayi when he had his studs against his balls. He should have been sent off, nothing given. This time, he pretty much choke slams Azpilicueta around the neck. Now, I don't know if you guys know rugby, but even in rugby, that would have been a yellow card offence. And in rugby, it's a really tough sport. You cannot have your hands round someone's neck, choking him. And he wasn't exactly it wasn't a soft touch. He was pulling him down and choke slamming him to the ground, preventing Azpilicueta from making a leap. For me, that is a clear penalty. Patrice Evra, said it perfectly. He even said it was a definite penalty. I don't see what VAR was doing. It's getting ridiculous, and it's not the technology that's the problem. I have no issue with VAR itself. It's the fact, it's the referees and the officiating that are looking at the technology. That's the problem I have, because it's ridiculous. It's honestly an embarrassment. And then you have Man United's penalty incident with Rashford, which was never a penalty. That gets reviewed 6 times. Azpilicueta gets chokeslammed, doesn't get reviewed once. Now, for me, I don't want to dwell on that penalty situation too much, because at the end of the day, we didn't do enough to win the game. It's as simple as that. And like I said, the main positive was a clean sheet. Tactically, we're astute, we're clever. And I think that it was another solid performance, which will boost and increase the confidence of that back line. Mendy with some superb saves, a beautiful world-class save at the end to deny Rashford the winner. Thiago Silva, man of match in my opinion, commanding, strong, winning all the aerial duels, his interceptions, his reading of the game. A world-class performance by him. Zouma, I thought very solid as well from him. Chilwell, again, a nice game from him. He's been really good this season, one of our best players so far this season. Reece James, again, another potential shout for man of match. I thought that whole back five was simply world class today. Honestly, world class. You've got Azpilicueta showing his leadership, his quality skills. So I'm really happy with the defensive performance, especially preventing United from breaking the lines, moving the balls in the half spaces in between lines. I think we did quite well, and I'm really satisfied with that performance. I thought Jorginho, again, another solid game from him. Kante, unfortunately, wasn't too great. Again, another really poor performance, and I think that we need to start talking about Kante. A conversation needs to be started. For me, that's for another video. For me, that's a talking point for another video. But what I'm talking about is Kante right now in this specific performance. He was giving away too many fouls. didn't win enough duels, wasn't good when it came to progressive passing. For me, a very, very poor performance. Now, going on to front three, I thought Pulisic, we've known he's coming back from the abductor hamstring injury, so it's going to take time for him to adjust again. Some nice touches, nice flicks, nice moving and passes off the ball, moving it in the half space in between lines. But again, could do a bit more, not too much, but creativity-wise, didn't offer too much. Havertz again didn't offer too much creativity. However, he did work extremely hard. Winning the aerial duels, winning tackles, interceptions, the intensity. Like I said, Havertz worked really hard, so credit to him. And then you got Timo Werner again, another player that worked extremely hard, running down the channels, off the ball, off the shoulder. Again, didn't get too much service. Yes, we had a lot of possession in the first half, but we didn't utilise it effectively. We were having a lot of passes in between the midfield, the midfield line and defensive line, but we weren't creating clear-cut chances. Like I said, this game was very cagey. It was very dull, very, very boring game. But for me, a draw, a clean sheet was important for both sides. It felt as if both sides were kind of, playing as if they didn't want to lose. They were content with the draw, and you could tell towards the end of the game with Chelsea's performance, the way the players were playing, that they were happy with a 0-0. They would take the 0-0, away from home at Old Trafford. A 0-0 would be a fair reflection of the game, but honest to God, I nearly fell asleep. I mean, bloody hell, just such a dull game, such a really boring game. And I guess another positive, we didn't lose, we kept another clean sheet after keeping a clean sheet against Sevilla midweek. So I think that yes, you are seeing signs of improvement, but I think there are so many areas on the pitch that we need to improve on that I am questioning Lampard's tactical, his tactics, his the way he approaches these games. I do question it, I honestly do. And the forward line, for me, it doesn't do enough. We scored 3 against Southampton last weekend, but the problem I have is when we score goals, when it comes to offensive ability, it's always usually down to individual brilliance. Havertz with a nice piece of skill, Timo Werner with a nice piece of skill, Pulisic with his movement and his nice shooting, or Ziyech, or Hudson-Odoi, or Abraham, Mount, whatever. It's usually down to individual brilliance. I don't see a nice, effective teamwork goal. Moving the ball, flicks, creating chances. You can see the creativity and scoring a beautiful team attacking goal. I haven't seen that in weeks from Lampard. I think there's definitely something that needs to be worked on. I don't know what they're working on in the training ground, tactics. I do question it. Honestly, there's so many question marks out for Frank Lampard. But again, you can't criticise him too much. He sorted out the defensive side of the game against 2 top opponents, Sevilla and United. We didn't concede a single goal over the 180 minutes. Superb performances defensively. So there are lots to look forward to in positivity, but there are also a lot of signs to improve. We now have 9 points. If Everton win tomorrow, we will be 7 points off top of the table. I know the table standings don't mean too much because it's too early in the season. For me, I don't even care about the standings when it comes to if we haven't played at least 10 games. For me, after 10 games, you start looking at the positions and the amount of points. And for me, it's irrelevant. It's honestly something that you can disregard. So for me, like I said, not a bad performance. Could definitely be improved upon. We didn't lose away from home at Old Trafford against the top 6. Good performance defensively. Midfield was decent. But like I said, lots to improve on. Decent performance. I can't be angry. Can't be too happy. Content performance. A very boring game. But again, it is what it is. We can't say too much. We now move on to next week to our other endeavours. We've got other games to essentially take care of, and hopefully now for me, we need to be going on a run. We have some nice fixtures that we can win. We've got Leeds United coming up sometime soon. We need to start going on the run. We drew against Southampton last week. We've drawn our last 3 games. We drew today. We drew against Sevilla. We drew against Southampton. We've drawn against West Brom. We need to start going on a winning run. For me, a winning run of 4 or 5 wins in a row is definitely needed for this squad, for the morale, the confidence boost, for Frank Lampard's confidence, and I think eventually as well. I think that decent performances, lots to improve upon. But I think there's still so much to play for this season. We've got the FA Cup that we can, in my opinion, we should be looking at to win. We've got the Premier League. We need to comfortably get in top 4, and hopefully we can maybe even close the gap between Liverpool and City, because this year it's really open. It's really open. City, they drew today against West Ham. They're not looking too great. Liverpool, they drew against Everton, and they lost 7-2 against Aston Villa. So I can't believe I'm saying that. And you've got Everton and Leeds fighting out at the top. So a very odd season that's coming upon. But I think that Chelsea are in for a chance. And lots to look forward to the season, but also lots to improve upon. But if you did enjoy this review, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you'd enjoy it. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts, opinions, and who was your man of match. Leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. But I'll be wrapping up the video, guys. I'll see you guys for my next video. And yes, it is good to be back. See you guys. Peace.